Enron. Hello. And number one, emergency exits. The main exit where you came in from. There's also a secret exit back here that you can't see, but I promise you it's there. And in an event of an emergency, you should probably use that one as well, especially you guys in front. There won't be enough time to make it to that back one before everything just falls apart. Number two, there are multiple theaters in this building, so during intermission, please respect the other theaters, keep the noise down in the hall. There is a cafe, lobby-like thing where you can purchase beverages and snacks. Number three, cell phones, pagers, beepers. Now is the time to turn them off, not after they ring halfway through the show. That doesn't make me happy. It would also not make me happy if you were to record this show in any way, sound or video. We're recording the show, and if you really want a recording of the show, I don't know if I would, but see us after the show, and we'll try to hook you up. Other than that, thank you so much for coming out tonight, and enjoy OpenTab's production of Enron. Thank you.
Enron Line will change the markets for many, many commodities. It is creating an open, transparent marketplace that replaces the dark, blind system that existed. It is real simple. You turn on your computer, and it's right there. And if you want to do business, you push the button.
I'm a lawyer. And I'm one of the few people who makes money in times like these. When businesses fail, when unemployment rises, marriages break down, and men jump to their deaths, somebody divides up the money. At times like these, we're exposed to how the world really works. I can explain to you how it works, but I don't have the time, and you don't have the money. Every so often, someone tries to come along and change that world. Can one man do that? We look to some and pray to God they can't. But when things get desperate, we find ourselves a great man. Look up to him and demand that he change things. Hypocrites. Within every great man, there's a buried risk. The guy I know tried to change the world was the man behind the corporate crime that defined the end of the 20th century and cast a shadow over this one. Now, as a lawyer, I choose my words carefully. So when we tell you this story, you should know that it can never be exactly as it was. But we're going to put it together and sell it to you as the truth. And we look at everything that happened here and everything that's yet to come. That sounds about right. Here, in the beating heart of the economic world, America. In the heart of America, Texas. And in the heart of Texas, Houston, there was a company.
I love your speech, by the way.
Really great speech.
Love to see you.
Quite a party.
I beg your pardon?
Just it's great news about mark to market.
Oh, the accounting system.
Oh, we just came down here for the champagne.
Shall we expect a speech from you, sir?
Oh, no, Claudia, I don't think we need ourselves another speech right now. Informality. Colleagues enjoying themselves.
Look, even Ken Lay is here.
Yeah.
Do you think he plays golf?
I don't know.
So, where's the guy who put all this together?
What do you mean?
Jeffrey Skilling.
Never heard of him.
The mark to market guy.
No idea.
Well, maybe he's not much of a big part guy.
Yeah. Maybe you two get along.
Actually, I always thought we would.
Have I met that mark to market guy yet?
Jeff Skilling? I don't know where he is.
I only got a half hour here. Make sure I shake his hand.
You can't get Lay away from Claus over there. It's like she's his career.
Why don't you go talk to him?
Yeah, I think I should.
I think you should.
Well, he's just a guy. I'm a guy. Yes, this is how things happen.
You go, girl.
Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Hey, Jeff, can I?
Hey, how are you? surprised you find the time.
I'm surprised you didn't go.
50 most powerful women, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Most powerful women.
Number 14.
Oh, I remember. There was a great bit on Oprah and her dogs.
I believe we were talking about Mark to Market.
Hey, one of her dogs was at number 12, if I'm not mistaken.
I just wanted to say congratulations. Mark to Market. Much more transparent, much more appropriate, just the right thing.
Yeah, Greg, do I know you?
Oh, I'm Andy Fastow. You hired me.
Jeff, do you think this new accounting system is something we should be celebrating?
Well, don't you?
I'm not an accountant.
You settled for 14th most powerful woman in the world.
Mark to Market is the accounting system that all of the big Wall Street investment banks
So
are
we're a
using.
gas and oil company.
No,
We are an energy company. You say gas and oil, people think farts and arrows.
I've been talking mark to market, and people get all tired and knots.
Seriously?
In what sense?
There are people here at this party that don't get the concept?
Mark to Market lets us show our future profits.
We know.
I know. My people have been working our asses off for the last 2 years to get the SEC to understand and approve
And
it.
it's very much appreciated.
But everyone here gets it, right?
You know, I've talked to a few people, and
You know, I've got some slides I can
No.
bring down. Doesn't it just kill you? I mean, everyone's sitting around celebrating their ignorance.
We're not celebrating their ignorance, Jeff. It's a hard
These people are getting paid. Excuse me. Hi. Hi. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's right. Hi. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the reason you're here. I only agreed to come to this company if we started to use Mark to Market. Now, what does that mean? Anyone? Well, it's a way to recognize our future profits now. So say you have an idea. Say that you signed a deal. Say we agreed to supply someone with a steady supply of champagne for the next 3 years at a set price, every month, quarter, whatever. That definite future income can be written down as profits the moment the deal is signed. We don't have to wait for the grapes to be grown and squashed and packed and whatever, however the hell you make champagne. The market will recognize your idea and the profit, and the company will pay you for it. So if you have a great idea, you know, life is so short. If you have a moment of brilliance, that moment will be rewarded now. No one should be able to kick back in your job years from now and take credit for your idea.
they'll have to have their own ideas.
Right. This guy gets it. Anyone have any questions? Anyone not get it? Great, we'll have your part.
Nice done.
I should have brought those fucking slides. The 90s. It's a time of little conflict internationally and the fastest growing economy there has ever been. And the fashions are pretty good too. There's a new administration, a president who plays the saxophone. Now, he's a Democrat, but he understands the South. It feels genuinely like the most exciting time to do business in the history of the world. There's a feeling that the people who are going to change things are not in parliaments or palaces, but in corporate boardrooms all over the United States of America. Oh, God! Yeah! Get it! Oh, yeah!
So I've been thinking about Mark to Market.
That's concerning. Do you know what's happening right now?
Essentially, we're just deciding what our own future profits will be.
No, the market is. Do you really want to have this conversation right now?
All I said is we get to decide our own future profits. Why would that be anything but a good thing?
Right, but you're wrong.
Swaggy, look at you. God, look at your face.
What?
You just changed is all. You know, I bet you were a serious kid. My oldest is like that.
Not really.
You know, I've heard it's better to hire people that were bullied in school. You know, they wanted more. They more like Ingle.
I wasn't bullied. I got things quicker. When you get things quicker, you resent people that don't.
You thought you were special.
Listen, I was drunk last night when I told you this. I went on the couch about it, okay?
Whatever.
Listen, you know, we accept that some people are prettier than other people and their lives are probably easier. And that some people are funnier than other people. But if you're smarter, you're supposed to walk around like you're ashamed by it. Like somehow everyone's viewpoint is equally valid. Well, it's not. Some people are fucking idiots.
Not here.
No, not here. Exactly. I love a workplace at night. No banality.
Before the market opens, the world waiting.
Yeah, we gotta talk about a thing.
Ken told you?
Yeah?
I like how you bring it up after you screw me.
What do you say to you?
I'm not gonna break that confidence, but if you think you're getting special favors when I'm president, you've got to
Wait. Richie's leaving?
No. Shit, yes!
And you're getting president?
You said you knew!
No!
Oh, you're such a son of
I was
a
gonna
bitch.
say I have separated.
Oh my God.
Rich is leaving?
Wait, why did you go?
How's he offering the job?
That could be the cause of
I
America's
can't
breakup.
believe he's leaving.
No, we've only had sex
Wait,
3 times.
Rich is leaving! And it's 4.
Yes, Rich is leaving, and we've had sex 3 times.
No, that's wrong.
1, South America, 2 after the SEC announcement.
You forgot the plane.
How are you defining sex?
Sex penetration.
We did not have penetrative sex on the Enron jet. I mean, we fooled around on account.
That's penetration. I was penetrating your head.
Oh my God, if you're gonna throw that in.
I don't want to throw anything in, and it doesn't matter. Nothing will be penetrated anymore.
When did Susan leave?
How's he offering you the job?
That's none of your business. When did your wife leave you?
I left. I mean, she left, but I left.
Well, I hope I'm irrelevant.
You're completely wrong.
Good.
Will I have to call you Madam President now?
Oh, come on, how old are you?
I'm 42 years old.
Yes.
Great.
Stop it. You're Harvard, you're McKinsey, you're running a whole division. You're just having a midlife crisis.
Listen, it's not that I've just been waking up with all these ideas for this place. I mean, I just feel like every extraordinary thing that's ever happened was conceived by a man alone in a room at 4 in the morning.
I think most apps would pray to you, too. Oh, come on. Look, don't get all... I'll talk to Ken. I know you have ideas.
He doesn't get me. I didn't grow up on a farm.
And you're a godless atheist.
Thank you.
Hey, are you going home?
No, I'm going to go back to work.
Look, as an addendum, can I just say that previously I believe you had an incentive equal to mine for not disclosing this matter, and I'd like to stress that this and the other 3 or 4 occasions, if you're going to be a high school girl about it, are not to be discussed or recounted at a future date and will not happen again.
Wow.
Now, do you have Kleenex? I think I'm joking.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Ms. Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
What is Enron? In the past, people thought that the basic unit of the state was the basic unit of society, was the state, or the church, or God help us, the political party. We now know that it is the company and the family, and those 2 things should be the same. A place where a group of like-minded people work for the betterment of themselves and of those they love. I believe in God. I believe in democracy. And I believe in the company. Now, I think it's right for Rich to be leaving us. I think it's the right decision. It does leave me in the position of needing myself a new president. Where is our company going? I wonder which of you 2 knows.
Well, Ken, before we talk, so...
I want to build a
Jeff,
trading floor.
I don't know how aware you are of people's reputations, but Jeff is not a people...
A different sort of company. Hire the smartest graduates. If they're not top 2% of their class, we don't want them. Make Wall Street look like Sesame
He doesn't
Street.
have the skills to manage people effectively. I mean, he forgets names, he called the client stupid.
What client?
Sam Bridgeton.
Who's that? Listen, Claude, you're the politician I've never claimed to be.
Some of my best friends are politicians. So you want to build a trading floor?
Yes, sir.
A trading.
Ask me what I want to trade.
What were you going to say, Claudia?
My vision? The International Energy Company, Enron, delivering oil and gas to the world.
That's a parochial vision.
The world is, Jeff, you know, sometimes I think you have anger issues.
Fuck you. Ask me what I would trade.
What do you see as trading, Jeff?
Energy.
Brilliant.
Listen, we make it, we sell it, we transport it. Why don't we trade it? You have to pull this thing back and look at it from above. Why do we have to deliver the gas at all?
Well, we're a gas company, Jeff.
Ken, if we have a customer that wants a steady supply of natural gas and we don't have a pipeline here, then what do we do?
We buy it from someone who does have a pipeline there, and then we charge the customer a little more than we pay for it.
So let's always do that. Buy it, sell it, in and out, without ever having to deliver the gas or maintain the pipeline. We can send energy through the air in nothing but numbers.
We should be focusing on building more plants.
Building more fucking plants. You can hear yourself right now. No imagination. What about wind farms or hydro?
Wait, wind farms? I'm sorry, I thought I was the only woman.
We don't need the hard stuff.
Oh my God, India, Africa, huge power requirements in the future.
That's going to take years. You only have to build pipelines along disputed borders, tribes, AK-47, sure you want that fucking
In
gas.
the most volatile places in the world, I think it might be worth controlling their energy.
Scratching around in the dirt. I'm not talking about pressing on an industry already in place. Listen, Ken, you've seen a lot of changes in business since you started.
Sure, I'm as old as the plague.
So it's time that we evolve again. We have to. You know, America doesn't have the natural resources. Not really. We have intellectual property and the best of it. Now look at the societies that do have the natural resources. How modern do they feel, really? Then take a barren, landlocked country like Switzerland. What do? They invent banking. We need to be coming up with new ideas about everything. Hire the smartest graduates. Have them free to look at whatever they want. Less structure, less routine. Free from the old assumptions of what this company is.
Sounds like hippie talk to me.
I'm not going to patronize you by pretending you believe what you just said.
Well, so you have one idea about trading?
I've got lots of ideas. Can energy trading, mark to market, that's just the
Look, I can
beginning.
push through natural gas fields we already have experience of all over the world. I mean, you want power, Enron, India, Enron, South America, Enron.
Countries are meaningless. It's all going to be virtual.
Yeah, in which case, don't you think it'd be worth being the only company in the world with power plants?
There's a whole glistening clean industry above what you're talking about that no one's even thought of.
Wait, except you?
Yes.
Oh my God.
You know, I'm like Claudia. I like holding on to things. You know, Daddy's day, a man worked and he saw himself in his work. If he made a table, he saw himself in the table he made. It was part of him, and he of it. I am oil and pipelines.
My dad was a valve salesman. I knew growing up I didn't want to sell valves. Tiny pieces of something bigger he never saw. Ken, yes, there is a certain dignity in giving people something they can hold, but your dad was a Baptist preacher, and there is a certain dignity in giving people something they can't touch.
Wait. Suddenly you have a calling? I find that distasteful.
I don't want to work for you. I have to say, if Claudia takes this job, then I won't be staying.
I think you should leave the room now. You know, you were always my favorite, but I'm going to be offering Jeff the job. Henry Ford. There's a man most folks think revolutionized things. He did not. He took people out of the equation, of which I do not approve. No, the man who should be remembered is Alfred P. Sloan at General Motors, and a great philanthropist. There was a time when the cost of the automobile was more than most Americans could afford. General Motors thought there ought to be a way to open up that market. Over at Ford, Henry didn't care. He thought that only a man who saved every single cent for a car deserved one. If he had not the money, he should not have the car. Never mind. That meant the automobile was only reserved for the very rich. Now, Alfred P. Sloan said, hang on a minute. If a man will pledge to pay the full amount of a car in installments over time, we will provide him with one. He will then use that car to drive to a place of work where he will earn more money than he might otherwise. Thus, he will use that very car in his efforts to make good on his promise. In such a way, the common man gained access to the automobile. In such a way, General Motors overtook Ford as the most successful and profitable company in America. In such a way, changes are made. Today, I am proud to announce the appointment of Jeffrey Skilling to the position of president of the Enron Corporation. All right.
Thanks again. Let's trade.
Gasoline, natural gas, crude oil, natural gas, crude
Speculation confirmed. What's the market?
23! So if the market was below 21, this guy is fucked! I really am.
watching.
Yeah, and he goes over and he puts his arm around this fuck, and he says, what does he say?
He says, only people prepared to lose are ever gonna win. And he slaps me on the back, and he leaves.
Jeeps and motorcycles and whatnot. Someone's gonna fucking die. That is the coolest thing. Yeah, and fast out gets to go lapdog motherfucker.
Going on. You see that little press the pushback thinks he's Sinatra.
Yeah, what the fuck's Skillet seeing the guy?
We're going into electricity. I'm gonna hold him up. And you can fast out about it. I mean, really. Fast out, Chief.
Yeah, hi. I need some help with some figures. The electricity retail market.
You're kidding, right? We're closing deals here.
I'm here on behalf of Jeffrey Skilling.
Look, we don't have shit on your retail market. We're traders.
Just give me whatever numbers you've got with the electricity traders you trade with. That's your job.
No, that's your fucking job, and you're asking me to do it. Skilling gets that, right? Crew down 6.
Fuck, man!
I don't have time for you to be whoever the fuck you are.
Is this guy serious?
I gotta find you. That was his call.
Oh, yeah, but it's fast.
I gotta take 200.
Oh, yeah? We'll take 500, because I'm gonna fucking finish.
Clearly, sustained low inflation implies less uncertainty about the future, and lower risk premiums imply higher prices of stocks and other earning assets. But how do we know when irrational exuberance has unduly escalated asset values? Irrational exuberance.
Any faster!
Do you want me to go wait somewhere? I
No, this is the meeting.
I'm sorry I screwed up electricity.
Yeah, you sure did. You know, I was supposed to announce it on the tour today.
Yeah, well, I tried.
I heard you got aggravated on some trader. We'll do that too, won't it?
I won't be mocked.
You ever read those books, Andy? How to Win Friends and Influence People? 7 Secrets of Highly Successful People. Shit like this.
Yes.
So,
I have.
bullshit. Reed Dawkins, the selfish cheat.
I don't know it.
The guy named Richard Dawkins, Reed Dawkins.
Am I getting fired?
By rights, you should be. I've got this company running on Darwinian.
Please fire me. Please.
Charles Darwin showed us how an idea can change the world. Now we understand our nature. We can use that.
Use it for what?
Business, isn't it?
Like self-interest and competition.
Exactly. Any money and sex motivate people. Money's the only thing that gets their hand off their dick and into work.
I don't think I can work under this regime, Ken.
Oh, come on now, Claudia.
I mean it.
I don't like this fighting. This is a family.
Well, families fight, and Jeff doesn't listen to anyone.
Yeah, he can learn a thing or two from you and Tom. I'll give you
Look, how
that.
am I supposed to run a division where 10% of my people get cut after each evaluation?
It's the bottom 10%.
Who never get replaced, or if they do, they're by some smart 20-year-olds who have no idea what's going on.
It's a strategy. Give me a break, Claudia. You gotta be nice to me today. It's my birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
In fact, I got a card here from an old friend's son.
Happy birthday, Kenny boy. Now you're really old. Call me sometime. From W?
He ain't got the manners of his daddy, but I think we got a shot at the White House with him. Stick around. It's gonna get interesting.
Move! You! Fucker! That's your weak! Come on.
I'm sorry I fucked up electricity.
What did you say?
I'm sorry I fucked up electricity.
What did you say?
I'm sorry.
Never apologize, Andy. The thing is, it's actually not all your fault. Electricity is an industry with no competition, no natural selection. The thing is, retail's never going to make any money until electricity gets deregulated.
Yes. Deregulate electricity in that market is ours.
That's what I'm talking about. It's a political thing. Ken's working on it.
Great. So I can keep my job.
Are you smart, Andy?
Yes I am.
I'm fucking smart. I don't like guys with spikes. I didn't know you had any until I heard you took on a pack of traitors. Now that takes a special kind of stupid, but it also takes balls. You started off in finance?
Yes.
Good, let's get you back there. I know your background, securitization, risk assessment, you're an abstract, man. I can't think of anyone less suited for retail in my life. Let's get you down in finance where you can stay away from me.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I will not let you down.
What is it you want?
I want to build a power plant in India.
India? Nobody's in India.
You want to be the first? Look, Jeff won't do it. I mean, he doesn't think anything outside the States. One power plant.
One power plant.
It's India, Ken. Think of the size of it. Do you want some skin in that game?
All right. Let's get you your power
I
plant.
knew I could come to you.
Listen, I understand your concerns about Jeff, but listen, we got the stock analysts coming in today to rate the company. Let's see what Jeffrey Skilling means for the share price.
An analyst rates a company's stock to the outside world. We're go-betweens. The first port of call for someone looking to invest their money. Where's safe? Where's profitable? We'll rate a company at buy, sell, or hold. Why trust what we think? Well, we know the world. We're from the world. We're employed by the biggest investment banks and brokerage firms, so we know how it works. It takes access to hear the rumors, to get the skinny. It takes years to get access, to build knowledge. A company needs customers and good press, maybe. But if it really wants to thrive, it's us they need to impress.
Ladies and gentlemen, Enron is a different sort of company. You want to see the next big idea? It's in the minds of one of these people. We are not just an energy company, we are a powerhouse of ideas. No other company on this planet lets people work as freely and creatively as we do. When you hire the most brilliant people, you can create new economies, new industries, and reinvent the old. The league we're in, we're not the Houston Oilers, we're not the Dallas Cowboys, we're the whole damn NFL. Now let's see Citigroup.
Strong by.
Oh, that's great, that's right. And JP Morgan.
Strong by.
Yes! And Goldman Sachs.
Strong by.
And finally, Deutsche Bank.
Dog call.
If your company's bank account needs billing, he's available and willing to see that you make a killing. Just call Skilling.
Well, I'd like to thank you for recognizing our great work, and I'm just so happy I'm thrilled. What? Whoa, whoa! I'm so excited. Yeah! I'm a little sad. No!
Whoa!
No! We are Enron.
Yeah! I got something for you, golden boy.
What are you tipping me, Ken?
I'm giving every employee I meet today $50, my own money. This is the first time we've reached a $50 share price.
Yeah, heard you're taking the jet later.
Yeah, go to visit the kids.
Company jet.
Time for the family, that's important.
Yeah, I thought we were getting out to Washington.
I'm going to stop off in Washington. Me and Bill are going to play a little golf. I'll pretend I don't see him switching balls in the rough.
But deregulation's on the agenda with him, right?
Relax, will you? These things, they take time.
Enjoy your kids.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Come on, 6.
7, 6, 7.
Come on, you can do this. Come on.
Show me the money!
I came to do another lady. Watch.
Show me the money!
Okay, okay. Do it again. This time count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, you can do this.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There you go. Good girl. 11, 12. How long till Dad has counted out to $1 million? Dollar bill a second with no stopping. How long? It would take Daddy roughly 11 days. Yeah, 11 days with no sleeping.
Again.
Again? What do you mean? Okay, do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. How long till Daddy has counted out to $1 billion?
No.
Yes, there is such a thing. $1 billion. 1, 2, 3. Come on, do it. I'm gonna do it right now.
No.
Oh, okay, I'll work it out instead. Counting to $1 billion would take Daddy roughly 32 years. Yeah, 32 years.
1, 2.
Come on, people. Time is money.
Making history on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Welcome. You've got mail. It's called a beach.
So I've been trying to avoid you.
Well, this is my office.
Yeah, probably wasn't the best place.
You probably want Ken's. It's right down the way.
Oh, come on.
Have you seen our stock price?
I see it every day, Jeff. I see it on my desk. I see it in the elevator. I see it on the wall.
Right.
I keep telling people, just wait, folks. Wait for the dip. And 1 year went by, then 2. But I keep saying it, because if I stop saying it, it's bound to happen. I'd hate to lose out on a chance to tell you I told you so.
Well, surely you got more class than that.
I really don't. No, I don't think you do either. So come on, you can say
It's
it.
not about that, okay?
Come on. I know what you and your guys call my division on your biking weekends in Mexico.
I don't call it that. That's the traders.
Kids Industries, I mean, it's not even clever. At least it used to be, wait, what it used to be?
I don't know.
You know.
Skank of America.
Anyway, I just came by to say that an old college friend emailed me, professor at Harvard. He used to drink his own urine on a dare, by the way. Now he's a professor at Harvard. Anyway, he wanted me to put him in touch with you because they want to use Enron as a business model that they teach.
At Harvard?
Yeah.
Well, give him my number.
I did. Just don't ask for stories about him.
Hey, I heard about your party at the opening of the plant in Dubie.
It was a great party.
You hired an elf.
Shame you couldn't be there.
You know, I don't have time to jet off to your consolation because I'm actually running a company here.
Ouch.
You know, Claude, the whole thing was a coward's way of going and getting things done.
I had to go to Ken. You wouldn't have, I mean, every time I look at my assets, there's less of them. You're selling everything I
That's
have.
not true.
It is. I'm running a division. It's not expanding. It's not even contracting. It's getting its balls cut off.
That's business.
It's your business.
Damn right it is.
I'm fighting to survive here.
Either I'm running this company or Ken.
Well, you should tell him that.
I do. He just nods and gives me a cigar.
Well, it's his company then.
It's a shareholders company.
You need smart people around you to disagree.
Listen, I just can't tell if Ken is the smartest person to ever run a company or the dumbest motherfucker in the world.
I meant me. You need me around you to disagree with.
Do I?
Yeah. Yeah, you look good, by the way.
I think I've lost weight.
Know that. And you know, 3 guys in my division got LASIK after you. I mean, you can't find a soul in the building wearing glasses. They're all copying Daddy.
It works.
You don't think it's dangerous?
I don't know. It's lasers in your eyes.
Have you ever failed at anything?
Don't do this. I'm busy. Okay, don't.
Welcome back. I'm Gail Davenport. And I'm Elise DeLuca. At close of the market today, energy darling Enron stock rose 26% in a single day to a new high of $67.25. That's staggering, isn't it, Elise?
It sure is, Gail. That's why we're naming them our must-buy.
It's astounding, their ambition and creativity.
Yes, yes, they're unstoppable. They're the light of the new economy. I mean, I rate them right now being worth $60 billion.
So Jeffrey Skilling over at Enron is certainly
He
doing
sure
something
is.
right. Now let's go over to Francine for a tale of 2 very different cities.
$60 billion? How would we be worth $60 billion?
I mean, that's what someone's willing to pay for us. That's what we're worth, right?
That's huge. That's
I mean,
fantastic.
$60 billion. That's like, it's like 2,000 years.
What?
Wait, how is that possible?
I don't know. We're reporting profits all the time. You seem to know where the money's coming from.
Right.
Anyway, I just want to say everybody's behind you, and that concludes me.
Thanks.
And you know that guy in finance, you know, with the hair?
Andy Faster?
Yeah. He had a baby, little boy, named him Jeffrey.
I don't know if you're big fans of hedging. I can't see how you wouldn't be. Hedging is just a way of protecting yourself from risk. You literally hedge your bets. Say you got a lot of money invested in airlines, for example. Now you might be thinking to yourself, hey, this is going really great. Lots of people fly, my investment's safe, it's going up. But what if there is a huge airplane crash? I mean, many people die. Oh no, folks get scared of flying and your stocks plunge. Well, the smart guy hedges his airline investment with an investment in, say, maybe a car rental company. When air travel frightens people, they want to feel in control. They'll drive interstate. So when your airline shares go, your car rental shares go, so you never lose money. With enough imagination, you never have to lose anything. When I write down everything that could possibly go wrong as a formula that I control, well, then nothing seems very scary anymore.
Andy Fastow, hey, check this out. You had a baby, fella.
Yes, I did.
You got a picture?
Yeah, my wallet. Oh man, I'd like to down the hall. Shall I?
Well,
I mean, you
we'll
really
do it next time, don't worry.
He's called Jeffrey.
Great name.
Well, who's done more for me in this whole world, you know?
You know what I was doing when my daughter was born?
What?
I was on the phone negotiating my deal to come work here.
Did you get a good deal?
I mean, a little.
Yeah, you got a good deal. You know when you have a baby and they hand it to you for the first time? I have this incredible, this indescribable feeling, this defining realization that in my life, from this point on, So many things could go wrong.
Yeah, I guess.
And I say that as a man who knows how to manage risk. Risk is just the fear of losing something. Risk is life.
These, what are these?
Oh, those are the Raptors.
The Raptors.
But just some financial models I've been working on.
Are these hedges?
Well, not as you'd normally understand them, but they're a way of protecting yourself from risk. I've been playing with them in my spare time, just for fun. For fun. Raptor 1, Raptor 2, and Raptor 3.
The Raptors.
Jurassic Park!
You're 37 years old.
It's actually really well done.
So these are protecting you against losses in investments?
Sure. Like, you know how hedging, say you got a lot of money invested in airlines.
Yeah. And I know about your whole airplane rental car thing. I've heard of parties.
Well, I've been seeing if there's a way of making a financial model that acts like the car rental company without actually having to give my money to an actual car rental company.
I mean, that's all theoretical.
Well, that's just the thing. A theoretical car rental company hedges your airline investment just as good as a real one does. Well, on the books.
I mean, unless the planes fall.
But they almost certainly won't. I mean, it's crazy to have all this money flying out the window for these things that just won't happen. This model locks in the high value of your first investment. Now, you own that. That is real.
These are interesting, Andy.
Yeah, you think so?
Absolutely. Now, I can do with more guys like you, to be honest.
Are you okay?
It's these shoes. They're not broken in yet.
What size are you? You want mine?
No. I don't want your shoes.
You like them? They're Italian.
Yeah.
They're Italian.
I'm trying to grade their shoes.
Great news about that stock price.
Go get a beer.
I got a beer.
You have a refrigerator out there?
Yeah, I just called up and said, and they brought it down the same day and put it right in.
Hey, who did?
We did. It's just a long way.
I got you. That's fine. No problem.
Cheers.
Andy, I got a problem, okay? We have a great stock price. We are declaring huge profits every quarter due to mark-to-market correctly, but the problem is those profits aren't coming in yet, so
there's losses.
Exactly. I mean, we have the best business model, the smartest graduates. The problem is we're not making any money.
Not bad.
You with me?
Always.
I can't find any area in the whole business. It makes that trading in any given day. We may lose as much money as we make.
Wow. You're not kidding.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, I don't know what I do. I don't mind reporting losses, but right now the gap between perception and reality, I mean, I really don't know.
Oh, no, hey. You got a perception here, and you got a reality here. You just need something for this to lean on while we bring this up.
If those Washington fucks would just deregulate electricity like Clinton promised, we'd have those profits.
Hey, fuck it. 2 guys in the room. You want my help? What you got? How are you doing with a chief financial officer?
I haven't found it.
Have you considered everybody?
Everybody with the Harvard
Have you considered me?
for CFO, the most powerful positions in any corporation.
Yeah.
You're not a people person.
Do you really care about that, Jim?
Okay. 2 guys in a room.
Did you ever have an affair when you were married?
None of your business.
Oh, that's a yes.
Is this something you heard?
No, that's wrong. You like porn?
Andy, I don't tell you to do shit.
I think porn can save every marriage in this country. As internet porn goes up, divorce rates are going to go way down. That is the industry to get into. I'll tell you that.
Please.
I want to give Enron a mistress.
That's why I'm like, you're crazy.
Not something off the books, even if it's just Janet Jameson in an unmarked folder. Your virtual mistress. She supports your marriage. She strengthens it. We can do the same thing for a company.
Explain.
Well, for all of those occasions where we need to offload, we can create a company that exists purely to fulfill Enron's needs.
Example.
We can push debt. We can push losses into that entity, sell them to that entity, make some money, move a loss off the books, wait for it to turn a profit.
And then move it back. Why doesn't everyone do this?
How do we know if they did? I mean it. This is an area where we're expected to be creative. The regulations.
I know this isn't one of your theoretical models. A whole investment fund with money enough to buy bad assets off Enron. Who would do that? Who would invest?
Well, maybe nobody has to invest. We could build this company ourselves. I could use these raptor models to make a sort of shadow company, a virtual Enron.
We can't do business for ourselves.
Well, no, of course not. But the rules state if we're going to do business with another entity, it has to be independent.
Exactly.
But, and here is the kicker, to qualify as independent, only 3% of its capital has to come from independent sources.
Only 3%?
Yeah, so 97% of an entire shadow company could just be Enron stock.
Okay, so Enron can do business with a company that's 97% Enron?
Sure.
You still gotta find that 3%.
Okay, well, look, this entity, let's call it LJM, okay? Now, if this room is LJM, it is filled with Enron stock. Now, we own that. We don't have to pay for it. It is worth a great deal. But we still need 3% of it to be real. The equivalent of this file cabinet. Now, what if this 3% were a smaller entity, designed the same way, itself made up of Enron
Except for 3%.
Yes. Here. Now, what if this 3% were an even smaller entity?
Made up of Enron stock.
Except for 3%.
On and on and on.
Until, for all of this to be real, right? For this huge shadow company to exist, all we really need is this.
How much is that?
Chump change. Just a few million.
No, if that's a few million, then
Imagine how much this whole structure is worth. What it could do for Enron.
it's made up entirely of Enron stock.
Except for this. This is what keeps it in.
But we can use it to support Enron, making sure it doesn't fall.
Yeah.
And the same stock that it's made of.
Yes.
Andy, that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, this is.
So this shadow company, what do you call it?
LJM, after my wife and kids.
Right.
Leah, Jeffrey.
This shadow company can buy bad assets off Enron, and if anyone looks into it.
It's just box after box after box after box. Russian dolls until we get to. And who is going to notice something this small? How is something this tiny ever going to cause us any trouble?
Andy, you fucker, this is a whole new thing.
And this is just a few million. Hell, I could put that in.
No. I don't like it.
Oh.
I mean, a special purpose entity financed by the CFO. No, it feels a bit cheap, doesn't it?
Good. The CFO.
Why not?
Don't we have to check with the accountants first or something?
Absolutely. Get me Arthur Anderson out here now. So, as your accountants, we feel this idea it's poor to very poor. now, this is due to, it's a conflict of interest.
We just need a more sympathetic accountant.
Yeah, we can always take our business elsewhere. Arthur Anderson will approve the strategy. If the lawyers approve.
This is what we pay $1 million a month.
This is exactly what we pay $1 million a month for. Give me the lawyers now.
This is not a legal issue.
This is an accounting issue.
The accountants say it's a legal issue.
It's against your own code of conduct.
It's their code of
Oh,
conduct.
yes, quite right. Their board could waive it.
Ask your board.
It's really none of our business.
We'll
We'll do you later on today.
I need the boards now. Okay? The accountants and the lawyers say it's okay if you're okay.
Oh, well, in that case. One moment. Who's going to run this thing?
I will. I would like to.
And who are you?
You know there is no one you can trust like you trust me.
Young Andy Fastow?
Sir, he's our chief financial officer.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
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 Okay!
Here's LJ!
Andy, you said it, boy.
makes LJM exist.
Which makes Enron strong.
Which keeps the stock price up.
It's better than good, it's perfect.
World's most innovative company. How does that feel?
Well, I'm just happy we're giving shareholders value for their money.
So I guess it's a work hard, play hard sort of environment?
The way we see it, if your executives aren't jumping out of the bed at 4 in the morning with their hearts beating out of their chests and they're not doing their job.
So here we are at the end of a millennium. Can you tell me what the next big innovation is going to be?
Well, I was going to announce this in the tour later today, but I'll give you a sneak peek. Video on demand. We teamed with Blockbuster, and we will be streaming movies to your living room this time next year.
Oh my God!
Hey, Jim. You know the Congresswoman.
Ah, it's great to meet you.
Hey, how are you?
Anne's been very useful to us up on the hill.
Right.
Such a creative atmosphere. You know, I'm thrilled to meet you. I hear you're the expert in energy trading.
Wow.
That's like saying Alexander Graham Bell knew something about telephones. You're meeting a man who invented a concept.
We're all just thrilled to be here. I don't know how you're doing it, but you keep on doing it, okay?
Hi there, you're talking to Andy Fastow, Chief Financial Officer to the stars. Hey there, Rex! Rex, you fuck! What? Oh, hey, do you have any idea how many divisions are begging for help with their numbers right now? You are going to have to hold. Hey, Lou, baby! Oh, what was that? Oh, now don't tell me about your numbers. I know all about your numbers. Hey, I know those targets were unhittable. I know that. But are you going to take those losses? I didn't think so. What? Oh, no, I'm not going up to that party. I leave my office for 1 second and the whole world just falls apart. You know what I mean? Don't worry about your numbers. I'll make them work. Everything is developing nicely down here.
Where's our Chief Financial Officer?
Andy Fastow, he's probably still working, sir.
Hell no, Mom. He's hardly the life and soul.
Andy's not a performer. He's got his own qualities.
You know, Claudia thinks we should keep our eye on him.
Claudia, seriously, Ken, are you listening to her? Look around you. All of these ideas are mine.
It wasn't my intention to.
Listen, energy trading, market, video on demand.
Sir, can we talk about video on demand?
Of course we can, sir. Of course we can. Who doesn't want movies streaming direct into their homes?
I don't think it's physically possible for next year.
Video on demand.
I can't see how it's possible at all.
I don't like this sort of talk. This is unsupported.
Okay, we've got our best people working.
Sir, that's us.
We're the ones working on it.
Well, tell me what you mean, you'll have it.
It's not that.
It's about what's physically possible. There's just not bandwidth capacity for it.
Bandwidth?
Yeah, it's like lines that internet information
I
travels
know
along.
what bandwidth is. Just buy as much as you need.
It doesn't work that way. There's a finite amount available.
There's a finite amount of bandwidth.
Yeah.
And people want it.
Yeah.
Watch this, people. I got the next big idea. Trading bandwidth. Trading bandwidth. It's a hell of an Enron idea. If you're not using your bandwidth, we can sell it on. It's tradable. But people don't think in those terms because it's a virtual commodity. We get virtual. We're changing business. We are changing people's lives. We are changing the world. Roadshow around.
Well, it's a very entertaining show. Hello?
7 p.m., 7 a.m., we're paying for bandwidth that we are not using. Why?
We're paying for something we're not using? Why do we accept things the way they are? If we have a problem, other people do too. There's a market.
Why can't we sell the bandwidth to other companies? Make it a commodity, like a port bill.
Not believe the investment I just got us. You wanted LJM to look official. Well, I got $15 million from JP Morgan, $10 million from Credit Suisse, $5 million from Merrill Lynch. Everybody wants in with LJM.
Everyone wants to invest in our shadow company. Why?
Hey, Mr. Fastow.
Hold on a second. It's the fucking Lehman Brothers. What are you guys?
We were wondering.
Can't you see I'm busy here? What the fuck do you want?
You can't talk to them that way. That's one of the biggest investment banks in the world.
But I can. Everyone is so desperate to be seen alongside Enron. And who is Enron's CFO? Check this out. Check this out.
So we were in some talks about doing some underwriting work for Enron.
For Enron.
Yeah, we were hoping you'd consider giving us the contract.
The way I see it, if I'm going to give you a contract worth tens of millions of dollars, the least you can do is invest in a little side project I've got going on. Of course, Enron could take its business elsewhere.
No, Andy, we heard. What are you looking for?
Well, let's start small. How about 10 million?
10 million? Everyone up at Enron okay with this, Jeff?
What are you asking me for?
I mean, we assumed it was fine.
You got a problem with LJM?
Not at all.
You got a problem with Andy?
Well, he's got a search.
You do. You have a problem with me.
Absolutely not. LJM is a real groundbreaking strategy here.
Nice doing business.
Good job, fellas.
Hey, Lehman Brothers.
Yes.
What's your analyst rating our stock at?
Buy.
Not strong buy?
Not right now.
Allow me, right? Now, if you rated us a strong buy, more people would invest in Enron, right?
I guess.
Well, if more people invest in Enron, then we'd be able to finance more projects, making Enron stronger, and therefore making it a strong buy. Now, you see how that makes sense now? Now get the fuck out of here before I change my mind.
Everything else is bullshit compared to this.
I know. I think we discovered the future of business by accident.
Where does the debt go? What was that sound?
You said the D word.
Wait. What is that?
Don't worry about it.
Wait, what the fuck is that? What are these things?
Those are tractors. You like them?
Wait, this is where the debt goes?
We could never have entities like this publicly at Enron. But LJM doesn't have to show its books. We can experiment here.
They are consuming our debt.
Sure. Well, debt's just money. All money is debt.
In what sense?
Well, if the bank gives you money, you owe them. You put your money in banks, they owe you. All money is debt. It's just the way you listen to it.
Go on.
Well, this one is taking care of broadband. Mark. And this one over here is dealing with video on demand while we set it up here. And that one is consuming all the fucking debt coming out of that rusting hulk of a power plant in Double.
There's no power coming out of that plant. It's surrounded by protesters. The Claudia Mason deal lets you just go south. People fucking charge you.
You gotta put a stop to all
She
that.
says her balls are cut off. What about my balls?
Well, Amanda's got a right to his balls.
You know what? This is the future of business, not Claudia and her gift from Grandpa. You think her numbers are right? Her division's not. Yeah. Do you think she's doing anything untoward?
Well, I would be surprised if there was nothing untoward. I mean, everybody, well, you know. Do you want to take a look?
And you have cause for concern?
Well, sure. I can tell clever numbers. I'm the king of them. Who wants $10,000? Come on, babies, come and get it.
Something is happening to business. I mean, since the beginning of the century, things have become divorced from their underlying realities. Okay, let's just say this. Let's say we hold a competition here to see who the most beautiful woman in the room is. Everyone would get a vote, and she would be the one with the most votes. And if you voted for her, you would win. But the smart player wouldn't look around the room and try and find the woman who he feels is most beautiful. The smart player would try and determine what average opinion would state was the most beautiful woman in the room and vote for her. And then there's a level above that, where the really smart player would assume everyone else is doing the same thing. So he would try and find the woman that most other people think is most other people's idea of the most beautiful woman in the room and vote for her. And then there's a level above that, and above that, and that. And those are the values that determine prices, commodities, and everybody's life. And who really is the most beautiful woman in the room? It's irrelevant.
Did you do it, sir?
Still feel raw about that.
I felt she had to hear it from you.
Can't recall what our thinking was there now.
And I don't think she was taking it seriously.
You know, I never did like letting people go. You want a cigar?
That's okay.
I was very disappointed in the things Claudia said in there. I don't think it showed a lot of class.
Regarding what?
I don't think she had to go so far trying to save her own skin.
Listen, Ken, I didn't want to have to bring you those numbers. I know it didn't look like much, but
Any deceit is a deceit. If it's brought before me, I have to act on it. It doesn't have to be brought before me, of course.
sure.
Now, you made a decision and brought it before me, and a chain of events was set in place. Hard to break that chain. You want to pray with me, Jeffrey?
Sure.
Amen.
It's a privilege, sir. Thank you for that.
Don't you worry, son. Hey, you know how you tell the scout on a pioneer wagon? He's the one with all the arrows sticking out of it. Listen, I know it's not been easy having an old man on your back. You want to ride out, get a bit from your teeth, and I'm all for that. I'm going to take a step back. The place you can use me is on the board, Washington golf courses, charity luncheons. That's what I'm good at. You just carry on making us millions.
Well, we've got to get deregulation moving, Ken. That's how we're going to make our money.
I'll have another talk with Junior. I got hopes for him.
Hey, we're financing that whole campaign. If he doesn't come through, we should think about something else.
You know, relax, will you? You know, government. You can't even smoke these indoors anymore.
You can do what you want, Ken.
Can't even smoke indoors.
You're not going to jump, are you, Claude?
You know what, Jeff? Fuck you!
I'll leave you alone.
No, you don't go anywhere. Don't you move.
Listen, you can go and get any number of jobs.
I don't want to go anywhere. This is where I work.
Well, not anymore.
That man had faith in me for 15 years, and I've given my life to this company. You had to talk to me like I was some thieving kid in his store.
Listen, it would have been much worse for me to fire you.
I was not fired. I resigned. You show me anywhere that I did any different numbers than anyone else.
Listen.
God, no. You lied to get me out.
You didn't have to. You're an amateur.
We'll see about that.
Hey, did you tell Ken something I should know about?
You know, there are rumors. I mean, is it true that electricity and broadband aren't bringing in any money? And that video on demand doesn't even have the technology developed yet?
Why do people talk that way? We're going to make those profits. It's like people who get mad in poker when you win on the last card. Why did you stay and you're not playing properly? It doesn't matter how you win. It's poker, you fucking idiot. When electricity gets deregulated, we're going to make those profits. The cash flow's going to come in.
Electricity is not going to be deregulated. the window, you saw all those abandoned steel mills, and that dead industry, gray sky.
Listen, Clay, I left all that behind.
No, yeah, that's what you're creating now.
Get the fuck out of my building now.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go home to my beautiful children, and I'm gonna sell every fucking one of my shares.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on, let's go check the stock price.
Why?
Because that's how Daddy knows how much he's worth.
Why?
Because the market knows how many people believe in Daddy, and that's important.
Why?
Because I want people to go around saying nice things about me. I don't want them to say bad things.
Why?
Because in business, these things matter.
Why?
Because it's important to look strong, and that's the first thing.
Why?
Because that's how we make money.
Why?
Because I want to provide for you.
Why?
Because I love you to let me go to work, okay? Our stock it's so strong. It's so strong that all employees should have the opportunity to benefit from it. That's why today I'm extending the stock option to everyone. From the mailroom all the way up.
Why are we paid in stock and not cash?
When you are invested in the company you work for, you are literally investing in yourself. It's a belief in yourself, which you should have. Because I believe in you. Now grab that opportunity. Now I don't know if you know, but tonight is a big night. I hope you've all voted. We have a local boy in the race.
Welcome back. I'm Gail Davenport.
You don't understand. Clinton was real good to us. This guy fucking scares me.
Scares you? Come on.
This is it, Ian. He's over. We're dead.
Have a little thing.
You don't understand. I have no cash. I can't operate. I have no money.
You personally? Hey, I got money.
No, not me. Personally, Andy, you prick. What is it you think I am? Some gambling, drinking away prick. Can't find cash on my salary. What is it that you think?
I'm trying to make this work here.
Listen, is that someone real friendly to us right now? I mean, listen, I haven't been sleeping. People need to get paid.
Well, we can just pay them in stock.
Already paid in stock. That's why it can't go down.
No, it can't. This whole setup is founded on the stock price.
Yeah, I know.
Are you saying it's going down?
I'm saying it can't go down.
That is what I am saying.
Stop telling me things I already know.
But are you trying to make these things function here?
Isn't that your fucking job?
Okay. No, you need cash. You need actual cash. How much? 1, 2, 3.
Like 4.
$4 million. I could buy $4 million.
Million? No, not million, you idiot.
You need $4 billion in cash.
You're the most innovative fucking company. How can I find $4 billion?
This is not what I do here. This is structured finance. This is how it looks. I can't make real money.
Then what fucking good are you? What good is any of this? And you're fucking going down.
Wait.
Florida, call for Bush.
If you need actual capital, if you need actual money from the door, then you need to sell something.
Stop. So
says yes.
See then? No!
Florida, retract
Someone has got to decide this. Someone has got to call this. Just want to get this country will not stand for his ambiguity.
Who's Guess we just got off the phone with the next president of the United States.
Say we have a Texan in the White House.
Like father, like son! And we got ourselves a deregulated state to play with.
There is your catch.
Small state, Ken, or big state?
California has announced it's going to be the first state to implement a deregulated electricity market.
Oh, yes!
So help me God. So help me God. Congratulations.
Gentlemen, we finally have our chance to move out all across this country. This is about freedom. This is about competition. This means that one thing, and one thing only controls the price of electricity: the market. I'm setting it loose in California, fellas. Bring it on home.
Okay, traders, we're gonna get a little creative. A free move power route. Take it out of the state. Move it out till the price goes up. Then they're gonna run.
California, yes, people, the electricity market of such complexity, designed by people of such simplicity. Loopholes so big, you could fuck a fat chick. Let's find arbitrage opportunities. Let's fucking plan. All right, man, this is Skip up at Enron. We're buying as much electricity as we can and taking it out of the state.
Oh, Ricochet, Fat Boy, Burnout, Death Star. Electricity, what should we stop trading wheat? You know, we need automobiles for our logistics system. Should we stop trading steel? We are the good guys in California. We are the side angels.
Today, the governor of California, Greg Davis, declared a state of emergency after being forced to cut power for hundreds of thousands of people throughout the state.
Kenneth Lay here for the governor of California. Governor! I hear you're considering running for president of the United States. Do you think it's going to help you? I need to have the 6th largest economy in the world go dark on your watch. Voters remember that sort of thing. So how about paying the prices we're asking? Sorry to hear you say that, Governor. Ah! Boys, step it up! Come on!
This is the largest single transfer of wealth I've ever seen.
We're like the Roman Empire! We're going fucking down!
You know the difference between the state of California and the Titanic? At least when the Titanic went down, the lights were on.
Mr. Mayor, don't worry, I'm sure we'll get this blackout business under control. I'm glad you can make it out. Don't worry, I got just the guy to fix this. Mr. Schwarzenegger, glad you can make it down. Now, let's go inside and talk about the future of California.
You know, I hate those guys. politicians and legislators, and not because they restrict business and fuck up markets, even though they do, but because I know those guys. I went to school with them. And let me tell you, the most drunken fucking incompetents went to work for the U.S. government because I couldn't get a job in the private sector. And that's the truth. I got headhunted. And those frat party, bottom of the barrel, know-nothing fucks who didn't get the call are designing regulations for an energy industry they know nothing about. It's my job to get around all that. Why should we look at their lazy fucking regulations put in place by committee and say, yeah, you suck at your job, so I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to suck at mine too? Who do you think's going to win in the end, the greedy or the inept? We are not perfect, but wait till you see the other guys.
Understood?
So why the fuck are people picketing my house?
There were deaths in California. If I'm going to represent you, I need to know your level of involvement.
I want you to represent me, not the company. I didn't kill anyone.
There may be civil suits against
This
you.
is fucking crazy.
I can find other companies that were out there doing this. But you're getting the bad press because your guys gave it a name.
What do you mean?
Ricochet, Fat Boy, Burnout, Death Star, all on record as your traders' names for their strategies in California.
Death Star?
What I'm saying. Death Star makes it sound like kids on a video game.
That's a perception problem.
Jeff, setting a state to chaos is, that's more than just a perception.
Is this going to affect the stock price?
I'm a lawyer, not a stock man.
Because that cannot happen, okay?
Well, maybe you should have thought of that before.
But we didn't do anything illegal.
That's a matter of opinion.
I have a room of the smartest people in the world that will tell you why what we do is not illegal.
If it wasn't illegal, it was stupid.
Well, I don't think you understand how markets work.
I'm not interested in economics.
What are you interested in?
Protecting you. They're going to imply that your traders caused huge blackouts in California for months, maybe even years. They gained the state...
The state's regulations were a fucking mess.
And you took advantage of it.
Took advantage of? Are you kidding me? In business, we buy at one price and we sell at another. And what's in the middle? That's our advantage, which we take. If you're looking for an objective morality in every contract, you're living in a dream world. Do you know how hard it is to get 5 people in a room to agree on anything? The only way I know I can trust a contract is if every party is looking out for themselves. So when you say to me, you took advantage of what I hear so you make a living. Do you breathe air in and out of your nose? Are you a man? So yes, we took advantage of. And the only difference between the people that are judging me and me is that they weren't smart enough to do what we did. Are you going to judge me or are you going to help me?
There'll be a couple of guys in trading that'll take a fall because of a little wire fraud. There'll only be a bigger problem if there's anything else. Any underlying...
Fine, okay, fine, I got it.
You want me to take a look at something?
Yes, yeah.
I'll take care of it.
Fine, thanks.
Sir?
Listen, I need you to sweep this office for like equipment or recording devices.
Think you're big bugs, sir?
I don't know, maybe.
That might be a matter for the FBI.
No, just take a look.
You think it's the government?
No.
A rival company?
Listen, I don't know, I just had this feeling, okay? How are things down in maintenance?
I'm in security, sir.
Right.
It's good.
You guys got your 401ks? You guys good?
Absolutely. I got a daughter. I'd like her to go to college, do something real. Well, that becomes a lot easier with those stock options you've given us. It becomes a real possibility.
Right, great. Hey, listen, do you hear a sound? Do you hear it's like a hiss. It's like a ticking sound.
Might that be your watch, sir?
It was earlier in the
Could
day.
be something static charge can build up.
Yeah.
Some readings for the wiring.
Right.
Well, let me know if you hear anything.
It's real hot outside.
Field drive. Trees are bribing the
Hey,
dogs.
listen, you're gonna be straight, right? I've been thinking about our next venture. I've been thinking about taking Enron into weather.
When?
Yeah, for investors or companies whose worth can be damaged by bad weather, we could carve out a market in it. We could have people buy shares in weather.
Like insurance?
Yeah, sort of. We could break off the risk. We could sell it off in parts, like credit derivatives.
You're losing me.
I'm not
sir.
explaining to it in 2 minutes.
That sounds a little out of my
It
league.
makes absolute sense.
I just want to do my
Don't
job.
you want to understand what's next for the company?
Because you're telling me to...
Sit down! You want to be a doorman for the rest of your life, sit down and listen.
Security officer, sir.
Yeah, I know.
I just got a shift I got to do is all.
to understand.
Nothing to it, sir. We trust y'all up here.
It's very honored Enron I'm dealing with.
Sure. It's your company, sir. You run it how you want to run.
Mr. Skilling, there's a reporter on the line from Fortune magazine.
Joe Skilling. Listen, I can't answer those questions. I'm not an accountant. And I don't think you understand the complexities of how we operate. Listen, if you run a story without our side, I personally think that is unethical. Yeah, I would be happy to send someone down there at Enron's expense. He's going to explain, help you understand the questions that you are asking me right now. Okay? Fine. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. It's sick. Maybe I played too much.
Too much of what?
Of the dead, Jeff.
Is this going to spread to these other...
No. I don't know.
Fine, you know what? That's a good excuse. It's a good reason. We are getting rid of them.
Jeff!
You heard me, Andy.
We can't. They are consuming $1 billion worth.
Get rid of them. Listen, I need you to fly to New York, okay?
What's in New York?
A reporter of Fortune magazine, they're running a story on us.
A reporter wants to talk to me?
It's not a positive story.
What do you mean it's not a positive?
They've got questions.
Fuck them! We don't have answers to the
I
questions.
need you to go there and explain how all of this works, how money flows between the businesses, how we're not just a black box.
We are a black box!
You're not just a black box, Andy. We are a logistics company with a ton of ideas.
I am not leaving.
You are going to and you're gonna.
But the reason
You are
go.
chief financial
I am
officer
my
of
best.
this company.
My best.
Be a man, Andy. You are going to have to choose between LJM and Enron.
I created LJM.
Listen, I created you. I love you, man. Listen. You're going to have to choose. Come on, get up. Listen, if we disclose everything right now, there's going to be a panic, right? So for everyone's good, we don't want trouble. They don't want trouble.
What if they do want trouble, Jeff? I mean, they are a magazine. What if they take a look? What if they take a really close look and they come to the conclusion that everything is just hedged against their own
Don't say that.
What if they take a look and they see that underneath it all there's nothing actually there?
Nothing.
There's nothing.
20,000 employees doing the We're the world's most innovative company. Is that nothing? Enron, Texas. That's nothing. This whole thing is nothing. And the whole fucking world is nothing.
I need your opinion. I can't decide which of these for the cabin of the new jet.
Andy has to fly to New York, sir.
There is a loss of confidence, I think, going on.
So I've been hearing. I'll go talk.
Dennis has been across you. Yes, you know what's going
You
on.
boys are talking business.
I mean, I was just doing what I
Dennis,
was
the
supposed
stock
to do.
falls.
The stock's not going to fall. It's not going to happen. You're in charge of this there, Jim.
We need to have a conversation.
I don't want to have a conversation! When you bury a dead dog, you don't dig him up to smell him again. Now, which goddamn pattern? Okay. Okay, listen. This is just a confidence test. You're going to have to call up the market to call up the analyst to reassure the market. It's just a confidence thing.
Now! Okay, I'll go. I'll just take all of the paperwork with me. Yes, I will throw information at them. I will bury them in.
Don't belong to me, boy. need a little faith restored. Stand up straight, Jeff.
You couldn't shade? I don't care. Listen, I'm fine. I'm fine, okay? Listen, I'm just skilling. We're Enron. Bring me fine.
Okay, here we go.
Just an outstanding quarter. We had an outstanding quarter. We're growing real quick in profits and revenue, and we hold the #1 position in every market that we're in. Yeah, why the stock's so low, I have no idea. I mean, $54, that's fucking ridiculous. I mean, people say that we're opaque, that we're a black box. You know, we're not. That's like saying Michael Jordan's a black box, because you don't know how many points he's going to score each quarter. You know, we're optimistic.
You'll take questions now.
I'll take questions. Oh, yeah. Hi, Richard Grubman here. Hello? Mr. Grubman. Yes, hi. I'm not really interested in earnings at this point. What I really want to see is a balance sheet. Okay. We'll have that for you shortly. Until all the right accountants put together, we will wait until we disclose that to you and your colleagues. I'm trying to understand why that's an unreasonable request. That we don't know our balances, that we have to wait until all the numbers are put together before we disclose it. You're the only financial institution that cannot produce a balance sheet or cash flow statement with your earnings. Thanks. Thank you for this. Thanks. You know, we really appreciate it. Appreciate it? Asshole.
Shoppers were sent for the market today as Chief Executive of Enron, Jeffrey Skilling, referred to as Senior Stock Analyst with a comment, but not a term. You know, when you pour your life and soul into something and it doesn't reflect back at you, listen, I'm just so tired of this, okay? I haven't been sleeping.
Are you worried about recent performance? Are there accounting issues?
Oh, there are no accounting issues.
Is that why you can't sleep?
I haven't slept since I was 14 years old.
I can honestly say, you know, the company is in the best shape it's ever been. But Jeff,
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you go. Get ready to announce.
This is a blow for you.
Nah, I would have preferred you stay.
That Fortune article raised a lot of questions. I've always been a supporter of Enron Corporation. But the CEO leaving like this, that doesn't spin. You're going to have to hold this thing together.
Don't you worry about a thing here. These are a safe pair of hands.
In breaking news, Enron CEO has resigned. Now the market is left asking the question the company is famous for. Why?
A strange thing goes on inside a bubble. It's hard to describe. When you're in it, you can't see outside of it. You don't realize that there is an outside. I believed in Enron. Everybody did. I told people again and again to keep buying that stock. And I kept rating it and supporting it and championing it like it was my own child. People say, how could you if you didn't understand exactly how it works? Well, you get on an airplane, you don't understand exactly how it works, but you believe it will fly. You know, and everybody else boarding that plane knows, it will fly you up in the air and take you to your destination, as crazy as that may seem. And if you got out of your seat and said, I'm not flying, I don't know how this works, you look crazy. Well, it's like that. Except imagine the belief the plane can fly is the only thing keeping it in the air. It'd be fine if everyone believes. If no one got scared. If people didn't ask stupid questions about what keeps planes in the air.
Well, I'm glad to be back in charge. In more normal circumstances, I'd have a few words to say about September the 11th. Well, just like America's under attack by terrorism, I think we're under attack here at Enron.
The terror attacks in New York and Washington have seen stock exchanges all over the world evacuated and all trading has ceased. Market confidence has dissolved today as Tokyo, London, and New York fell to record lows.
Well, I'm sorry Jeff did resign. Despite the rumors, I can say the company is in fine shape financially and organizationally. When our very way of life is being threatened, we remain proud of who we are and what we do. Now is not the time for doubt. Not the time to have our confidence shaken.
But the world's market's still reeling from the recent tragic events. A formal investigation has been opened into energy trading giant Enron, deepening its share price crisis. The company has lost 60% of its value since peaking last fall.
Truth is the great rock. Whether it will remain submerged under a wave of terror by those attacking us, will be answered by Enron employees. We will testify to the truth. We will let the light shine in. We won't let a cloud of lies cover all our good works and deeds.
Today saw the largest corporate bankruptcy in the history of the world as energy giant Enron fell. The company has collapsed after it was found to have disguised billions of dollars in debt, leading an outraged Senate to call for an immediate investigation.
These hearings are an attempt to investigate America's largest corporate bankruptcy. What happened? Why did it happen? And who is responsible for it happening?
The world is shocked and dismayed. We are not lawyers.
And we have no idea Mr. Foster was doing anything illegal.
As a law firm, we had a responsibility to law.
And the legal practices went on.
After we signed off on LJM.
That's entirely another matter.
Another matter entirely.
We explicitly avoided the illegal. We are not accountants.
Well, I am an accountant for my sins, and while these practices were unusual, they were not illegal. Now, Arthur Anderson is happy to provide all Enron-related documents except for the ones we shredded.
Mr. Chairman, on the advice of my counsel, I respectfully decline to answer the questions put to me based on the protections afforded me under the United States Constitution.
I have been instructed by counsel not to testify based on my Fifth Amendment constitutional rights.
I will testify. I'll answer any question you have. Listen, this whole thing has been terrible for a lot of people. I'm here to explain what happened and how I can help.
With due respect, Mr. Skilling, I'm not going to ask you to help. Let me put something to you. Is it a matter of coincidence that a few months after you left Enron, the company collapsed?
When I left the company on August 14th, 2001, the company was in great shape.
Well, do you have personal worth of more than $100 million?
I don't have papers with me right now.
Would it be surprising to you to learn that you had that?
No, that would not be surprising.
And how do you feel about the employees whose families lost their life savings?
Yes, it's got
You donate any of that money to employees?
Listen, as of now, I have 36 separate lawsuits against me personally. I expect to spend the next 5 to 10 years battling those lawsuits.
And you don't believe you've done anything wrong?
After 9/11, the markets were destroyed. There were allegations of accounting irregularities, of accounting errors. In business, that's like yelling fire in a crowded theater. It becomes a run on the banks.
Thank you, Mr. Skilling. A few bad apples have shamed American corporate culture here today. And I'm outraged that he could come in here hoping to make it the Jeff Skilling show. Well, today is our day. Day for the U.S. Senate, the courts, and the people. And we will see that those millionaires with their private jets and luxury lifestyles are forced to explain to those of us who normal lives on the ground what misdeeds have been done. The American government will not stand for corporate crime on this scale. I mean, on any scale.
Well, that was a fucking show. Democrats trying to win votes of people they never fucking met.
Well, it's irrelevant now. It's about the trial.
Fuck the trial. Fuck them. Fuck America.
Take him pleading not guilty.
I'm gonna fight this thing to the day I fucking die.
And what about your CFO?
Andy Fastow? Andy's blood runs Enron. He's as bad as I am right now.
Jeff, if Andy's got a lawyer hat, so to speak, hell, if Andy's got a lawyer who can read, he's going to be telling him one thing. He's going to be telling him to blame it on you. Mr. Fastow, you've spent a great deal of time today describing your actions as a hero of Enron. Do you really view your behavior as heroic?
I think I said I was a hero, and I believed I was a hero in the context of Enron's culture.
You must be consumed by a insatiable greed. Is that fair to say?
I believe I was very greedy. I lost my moral compass. I've done terrible things that I very much regret.
That sounded awfully rehearsed, Mr. Fastow.
Well, with respect, your questions sound pretty rehearsed too.
Are you smart, Mr. Skilling? Yes. Sure you are. So you knew and understood what Mr. Fastow was doing at your company.
We knew and we understood that it was wrong.
I knew and understood that it was legal.
Did you steal?
Yes, we stole.
We all listen. I would never steal from Enron.
Do you profit personally, illegally from LJM?
Yes, I did.
I did not know that. You did not want to know that.
How much?
Well, that's difficult to say.
Try.
Around 45 million.
45 million. And how much did Mr. Skilling profit personally?
None.
None directly.
None. So doesn't it make sense that you try to protect yourself today? Say anything you get your boss convicted, maybe make arrangements with the federal government.
Objection!
He promoted you, supported you, and trusted you. Did not profit at all, yet was betrayed by you.
Mr. Skilling, during the period of June 99 through February 2001, did you convert $66 million worth of stock?
I don't have that.
And all the while telling employees to invest?
When you misrepresent the nature of your company
I believed
and then
in
cash in your stock options, that is stealing.
Oh, we all know you know about stealing, Mr. Fastow.
He committed crimes at Enron.
No, you committed crimes at Enron.
You say everything's fine. Everything's fine and running smooth. Why did you resign? I resigned because the market demanded.
No.
Once again, you left a sinking ship. It was women and children first, right after Jeff. The company was worth what it was worth because of me. Does that include the nothing that it's worth now?
When the history books are written about Enron, you know your name is going to be on that page. You want to make sure Mr. Skilling's name is on there also.
Do you know what I would like to see written on that page? That I had the courage to admit that I did something wrong.
Andrew Faster, you're found guilty on 2 counts of criminal conspiracy. Kenneth Lay, you're found guilty on 6 counts of conspiracy and securities fraud. Jeffrey Skilling, you are found guilty on 19 separate counts of securities fraud, wire fraud, and insider trading. Court's adjourned.
You have failed me. Laurie, hey. Hey, can you go wait over there?
Sure,
Yeah.
asshole. When do you think they'd like to come?
Dispensation. I get 1 hour.
Did they tell you what happened?
To Ken? Yeah, Hartfield.
No, that's the official verdict. Heard you're gonna appeal.
I told my daughter I was innocent. Listen, I believe I'm innocent. Okay?
Neither of those things make you innocent, Jeff. Is it true that when it fell, the only thing worth any money was my division from things could hold?
Listen, you got out. Look at me right now, Claudia. I just get a fucking thank
Mr.
you.
Skilling? My name is Irene Gant. I worked for Enron for 25 years. I did everything you asked. I took all of my savings and put it in the company I worked for. I lost $150,000. I have nothing to retire on, and now I'm living at my sister's. I'm only telling you this because I swore if I ever saw you in public, well, I don't want to say.
What do you expect me to say to this?
I want an answer.
I don't have any answers for you.
I lost everything. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I embarrassing? Am I embarrassing you?
Is there trouble here?
No, there's no trouble. Everything's fine.
There you are.
Listen, I need to go wait in the car.
No. You know who I am?
Yes, you are a security officer.
I was. You know who you are? You're just an ordinary crook. Doesn't matter how you dress it up, nothing special about it. You just took a lot of people down.
Listen, it's called equity for a reason. We all shared in the risk together.
Everything's gone. A future of a certain kind is gone.
Get it? You're angry. Listen, you want someone to blame.
Won't you
I get it.
apologize? You know, she's not there to keep you from running. She is there to keep you from getting hurt.
Hey, can I walk in with you?
Look, I gotta take care of myself here.
When Enron was declared bankrupt, they were over $30 billion in debt.
Days before employees were told to leave, the latest round of bonus checks were handed out to Enron executives, more than $55 million.
That week alone, over 20,000 people lost their jobs.
The financial practices pioneered at Enron are now widespread throughout the business world.
Over the next 2 years, the U.S. government pumped over $10 trillion into the financial system in order to try and keep it from collapse.
Counting to that amount at $1 a second would take more than 320,000 years.
Ken Lay was found dead in his Aspen ski home.
Andy Fasta received a reduced sentence of 6 years of minimum security in exchange for testifying against his former boss.
Jeffrey Skilling was sentenced to 24 years and 4 months in federal prison. His case went to the Supreme Court, where it was unanimously upheld.
am not an unusual man. I just wanted to change the world. Listen, I think there will be a time when the world understands that, when people realize that in banishing me, they were banishing something in themselves. And I believe that. Now listen, I know it's hard to understand. How can something be worth $1 million in the morning and then nothing in the afternoon? Well, same way a man goes from being captain of all industry to a fraud sitting in jail. You want to look at something and know that it has a worth, an inherent value. That's bullshit. You want to hold a mirror up to nature? This is your mirror. Every dip, every crash, every bubble that's burst, that's us. Our brilliant stupidity. And this one gave us the internet. And this one, the railroads. And this one, the slave trade. And if you want to save the environment or reach other worlds, you'll need bubbles for those things too. Everything in my life has been done in a bubble. In a complete state of hope and trust and stupidity. Would you have had kids if you could know the true pain of them coming into your life and of them leaving you? Would you have gotten married if you could see her in 20 years, turn to you and say, you never knew me at all? All humanity is here. There is greed, faith, hope, joy, and the greatest of them all,